in my life, so this is why I'm telling this story. Just because I go live and I'm a tarot reader, people really don't know me. They don't know me. Like, the only people who can really vouch for me or say they know me is my parents, the people who I lived with, the people who I was raised by. So this story is a real life story. So basically, this girl that I don't know, never met in real life, she was coming in my chat because I'm a tarot reader. She was coming in my chat and she was getting readings, but she never told me her situation until she told me her situation. And I really didn't want to know her. I really didn't want to know her. I wasn't trying to talk to her, wasn't trying to befriend her, none of that. It was more so her trying to talk to me, befriend me. And it wasn't until she sent me a voice memo that I heard her voice, and I heard her tone of voice, and I didn't like her tone of voice. And I was just like, yeah, this girl's gonna be a problem. Literally, she was annoying. And come to find out, this was somebody that was broke. She ended up telling me that she was getting evicted, and she was like having a problem with her leasing office. They wanted her to move out. She didn't have no money. Then on top of that, she's projecting all this, telling me her business. And then I don't know what the fuck she's expecting, because first of all, don't tell me your fucking business. Like, why are you telling me your business? I don't want to know your business. Your business has nothing to do with me. And then she was telling me, not only was she getting evicted, she was pregnant. And on top of that, she had 3 kids with her. And on top of that, the guy she got pregnant by, she was mad at because the guy didn't want to be with her. And literally, she was like trying to come in my life and like distract me or project onto me all her problems. And I didn't like that. And I'm glad that she's out of my life now. She literally walked the fuck out of my life, and I'm so happy because it had nothing to do with me. All her issues, all her problems didn't have anything to do with me. Nothing to do with me. And this is a girl I did not know. Did not know her. She literally was like clingy, like weird, like, girl, I don't even live in your area. I don't even live in your state. My situation in my life is nothing like yours. Like, we're 2 opposite people. Like, I told her she should go, live in a, what is it called? Shelter. And there's a lot of girls on YouTube that get tarot readings who are living in shelters, who are homeless, who don't have no money, living in their cars. And I'm just like, I don't know what that life is like. I always had my own apartment. I've always paid the full amount of rent. I've always lived in a house that had a mortgage. It was either one or the other for me. And most of my life, I lived in a house that had mortgage. When I got on my own, I started renting, like leasing, but I never got evicted, never was late on a payment, and I always had a car my whole life. I had a brand new car when I was 14. I've had like 15, 16 cars. I've had like a car every year, so I don't know what being broke is like, because I've always had money. When I was young, I had allowance, and I had a job, And when I went to college, I got a lot of money. So I always had money, and it's like I always worked, and I don't know what being broke is like. I've always either had a car or a place, like, or both. And I've always had like nice clothes. I've always had designer stuff. If I didn't have designer stuff, I knew I was going to get designer stuff, and I did. And it's like, I don't know, I've always had enough, So these people who come to me for tarot readings and they project onto me their situation, their circumstances, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm not your therapist. I'm not here to help heal you. I'm not here to counsel you. I'm not gonna be a sympathetic, empathetic, uplifting friend, because I'm not your friend. Like, people need to go find something to do with their time, because I'm not here to be your punching bag. And the girl was like rude and mean and nasty and just like projecting so much. And it's just like, we all go through things, we all go through unfair situations. Not everything goes our way. However, we gotta just get through them and find out where we're supposed to be, where we're celebrated, go find where we'll be accepted, and loved and nurtured, and things eventually turn around after a while if you have faith. But that doesn't mean go and like project your situation onto somebody that has nothing to do with your situation, like, not cool. And she didn't pay me for any of that I helped her with. I was constantly helping her week after week, talking to her, like, and she was so ungrateful of my help. No wonder she was doing so bad, and her family didn't like her, and her family didn't want to help her because it was her own demons, her own problems. Like, she was playing the victim, and it's just like, when are you going to contribute? Like, I can't help you. I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to uplift you. And then had the nerve to act like I was supposed to uplift her. I don't know you. And this is not the first incident on YouTube. She was like one of many girls who have tried to befriend me over the internet and like project that they're really broke. She was one of the many broke women online. There was like 3 or 4 cases of broke women on YouTube, and not everybody's broke because people donate to my chat. So those that donate probably have a little bit more money. And I'm not talking about just donate once or twice. There's people on YouTube who donate to me consistently, so I know they're not doing bad, But yeah, some of these people are really like brokies, like, like, I don't have nothing to do with that, like, I don't wish that upon nobody. And it's something that they're doing wrong in their life, it's something that they're saying wrong or doing wrong in their life. But yeah, if you're living in California and you can afford California, you've been born and raised living in California, you're definitely making money, you're definitely striving, you're definitely thriving, because it's not cheap to live out here. And most of these girls, they don't live necessarily where I live, like, so yeah. So anyways, long story short, yeah, I'm not broke, and I don't speak brokenness over my life. I always say a prayer of like abundance. I speak blessings and abundance over my life. So yeah, I don't want to like talk to any of these girls that are broke. Last year there was some broke girls I had to help out. They were begging me for donations and shit. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had to end those type of connections. Some other girl tried to like hang out with me from YouTube. living like with her mom, didn't have money, like broke, no car. Some other girls, no cars, like living with their, parents, but their parents is doing bad. And it's just like, that's never been my story. That's never been my problem. Even if I had like one bad moment with my family, we were never broke. And it was never to where I never had a car, like always had one or the other or both. Like never been that way. Never had to ask anybody for any money. So, yeah, like I've always been okay, like for the most part. But yeah, like one girl had came at me left field on YouTube, and she was living in a shelter. Had the nerve to come at me left field, living in a shelter. And I was just like, girl, you're living in a shelter and you want to talk down on me when you were just being nice? Girl, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Live in a shelter, no respect. Like, anyways, and I remember it was over me getting a reading about this guy. And she had the nerve to like, and I was just like, see, people are really, it's usually the people that are in poverty that act like that mistreat people like that. And that's why I be just be blocking people right, left and right. Like, I'm just gonna have to block these people because they ain't got no sense of like poise. They don't have no like gracefulness about them. Yeah, people be really down bad, and I just be like, it has nothing to do with me. Like, I work every day, I earn every day, I put in the hard time. I busted my ass my whole life going to school. School paid off. Being educated paid off. I got a lot of respect from being in school. Having a business, got a lot of respect from having a business. Get a lot of respect now because I take care of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I look out for people, they look out for me. And that's why my life is pretty good. Like, I'm at peace. Good things be happening to me. Like, the universe be blessing me. I be having good luck. So it's like, when I hear these people's problems, I be like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, that's projecting. Like, I can't help you. God helps those that help themselves. Like, if God sees you working overtime, helping and constantly not asking for a handout, God might bless you because it's like God could see that you can handle a lot and God is willing to give you more. And God knows like your motive. God knows your intentions. God sees your heart. God gonna bless you. You get what I'm saying? Like, these girls, they don't be in the right place, right time. Their heart don't be in the right place. They don't be moving with God, like, on God's timing. And, like, I don't got time for that. Like, somebody just approached me the other day and was still in the, Tesla charging, like, lane that I was supposed to be in. And, like, this dude was so, like, broke. Like, his mindset was broke. He was yelling. He was, like, arguing back and forth with himself about the fact that he had to steal a Tesla spot. And he was saying all this negative shit. And I'm just looking at him like, do you know who I am? Like, I'm God's child. He had the nerve to say, God loves us all, stupid. And I'm like, yeah, right. If God loved us all, you wouldn't be talking shit right now. Obviously, this is not God's love. All this negative shit you're talking about has nothing to do with God. So I'm looking at him sideways like, he don't realize God is the one protecting me right now. It's what you can't see. It's literally what you can't see. Like, God is not guiding you to try to, you know, disturb my peace. That's the devil. That's none but the enemy. Like, like, I'm focused on my blessing. You don't know who I am. I'm protected. Like, that's why he couldn't get out the car. He couldn't touch me. He couldn't say, all he could do is be devilish and evil. And I was looking at him like, you can't do nothing to me, huh? You can't do nothing. He thought that he could, like, get to me. And I was just like, obviously he's broken spirit. You could have money and be broken spirit. Like, the richness, the wealth comes from your spirit. You get what I'm saying? You can have a rich and wealthy spirit by the way that you talk and the way you treat yourself. Number one, how you treat yourself is number one. Then how you treat others. But at the same time, projecting negative energy out to the world is only a projection of yourself. So that's why I be doing good stuff. Like, when I self-indulge, when I take care of myself, when I give myself everything, I be in love with everything I got going, in love with myself, in love with the people I'm in love with. But I'm not about to include certain people that don't deserve the love, you know? Like, if certain people didn't work for it, they didn't earn it, they're not good to themselves, they're not good to other people, no, I'm blocking them. I'm blocking them. Block, block, block. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, they try to use tarot as an avenue to try to come through and, like, disturb an innocent person's peace, and I'm not letting that happen. Ever. Ever. Block. You get what I'm saying? Don't ask me for no handout. Don't ask me for nothing. If you're not working for it, if you're not earning it, if you're not, like, putting a plan together, no. To, like, quadruple it, no. A lot of these women are just, like, poor-minded. A lot of these men, poor-minded. I separate those people, like, from the people who are real geniuses, the people who are real, like, smart and intelligent. Some people are just not intelligent. Like, but yeah, this is my story. That I don't got time for none of that. Stay away from these people that are online predators looking for, like, free readings from any reader. Like, I noticed they go to any reader too. Any reader who offers anything free, they go and get, like, stack up on the free readings. It's like, they spread their energy thin. I don't do that no more. Like, I have my specific readers who read me. Jade, Hia, the Chosen One is fine. And, like, who else? Oh, Baddie Gems. The Mystical is a new one, but that's it. Like, maybe 3 or 4 readers. But other than that, like, I don't go to these readers all the time. I just barely go to them. Like, I don't really get readings all the time anymore. Like, I'll pull a card for myself. I'll pull a few cards for myself. But, like, some of these people are energy vampires, and they'll literally try to suck your energy from tarot live streams. So I stopped, like, letting people just use me like that. Like, no more. Nope. Anywho, guys, that's the story time. See you live. Bye.